Welcome back. You're still tuning into the news update on DGN. I'm Abna Sorino Yanchira. And now the service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth. On today's update in focus, we spotlight Edwina Annan, a talented fashion designer and graduate of TADS Fashion Institute, who has devoted herself to giving back to the community, specifically to the students at the House of Grace School for the Deaf in Accra. Through her selfless act, she empowers these young individuals with skills and confidence. Today's updated focus has more.
Hello and welcome to Updates in Focus. I am Leila Sharu, and today we shine light on Edwina Annan, who is a graduate from TADS Fashion Institute, who have decided to go on a remarkable journey of empowering students with disability. She's currently teaching at the House of Grace School for the Deaf students skills in fashion, and has inspired others to take on other initiatives. Let's dive into her story and find out how she came about this initiative. Hi Edwina, how are you?
I'm fine.
I can see that you go through like a stressful day each and every time you're working with these people. Is it that stressful?
It's not really stressful, but it is.
It is. Yeah. What makes it very stressful?
How to communicate with them, for them to understand it very well. It's a little, sometimes I've been wondering if they really and actually understand
what you're saying. But then you have like, outcomes, like evidence of the people that you have taught so far, that they have been practical about what you've taught them. Or some of them, like I know that some of them can be able to do the threading that you actually demonstrated to them today. And, an extended version of the fashion, like skills in fashion. Now, talking about skills in fashion, is it something that you've always wanted to do, or it was an afterthought?
No, from childhood, I had wanted to be a fashion designer, so I decided to study clothing and textiles and SHS.
Okay. Senior high school.
Yes, and then from there, we set for a fashion school. Since I have completed, then I pursued my fashion career from that place.
From
TADS Fashion Institute.
Amazing. So after you were done with fashion, is teaching people with disability one thing that you have always wanted? You know that you could make money out of what you're doing, right? So why did you decide to embark on this initiative?
Actually, it never crossed my mind that I would ever teach, because to me personally, I thought when I come out of the fashion school, I might maybe have some internships or work with fashion brands and all that. But I never had, never thought of coming to teach in a deaf and dumb school, disability kind of school.
But when did you decide that, okay, with the skills that I have, I would want to do something with it, but then what I want to do is to teach persons with disability, especially here at the school for the deaf?
It all started from when Seberi called me and told me he has one gig for me. So I asked him, and then he elaborated about it and showed me that I'll be teaching in a school, and then they don't hear, they don't talk. So he asked if I'm interested, and I said yes, I would do it. So I think it's all good.
Didn't you ever think that it was going to challenge you or something? Because, you know, you're teaching people who do not speak, they don't hear, you have to use sign language. How difficult was it beginning?
In the beginning, it was a tough challenge, but I think for now, I'm still learning. And
the sign language?
Yes, I'm still learning, and I have a way of communicating with them that makes them understand me very well.
But how long have you been with them?
I'm almost getting to a year. I started coming here 4th June 2024. That was last year.
So how has your experience been with them? People who look like, you know, differently abled from the, you know, the everyday person. How has been your experience with them?
It's really, like, it's interesting. It's nice. It's nice because...
What makes it interesting?
I remember the first day I came, they asked me what's my name, and then I have to ask what does it mean, and they showed me. So I learned what's your name first, like in the sign, yes. So from there, even the lower classes, the primaries, whenever they see me, they ask my name first, and then I mention, and they gave me a name, say Edwina, which is, this is E, and this is N. They said a lot of the teachers have E names, so this alone won't make sense. So they gave me E, N, N.
Okay. They've abbreviated your name.
Yes.
But how, like, has there been any time where you feel like, I can't do this any longer? I'm not going to teach these people?
No, I don't.
Is there any personal challenge you had, you know, having to teach them?
The only challenge I have is I can't communicate really well with them.
So sometimes is it tiring? Does it exhaust you? Do you wish that you have, like, you know the sign language more than you know now, in order to make your work with them very, like, more easier?
Yeah, I do.
You wish that
Yes, I've also been watching videos concerning sign language too. So like during my leisure times, I do that a lot to know much how to communicate with the teachers and the students too as well.
When you wake up every day to come to teach these people, what's your motivation? When you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes that you're coming to the House of Grace School for the Deaf. What motivates you?
To me, I don't know, but I have developed love for them. Yes. So coming to school and seeing their faces all the time, I'm so happy. Like when my class is set and then we are ready to they are also engaging too, so they are always ready for me to teach them, so it makes me happy.
So you've been working here for almost a year now. How fast are they picking up the skills that you're teaching them?
I'll say with the practical aspect, they are doing very well there. But
some of them can sew?
Yes. Almost all my class, they are 6 in number. So let's say 5 of them can, and then there's one who is not really, so I'm also teaching him for him to catch up with his.
So the skills is something you teach them on the side. How long do you, what's the period that you use in teaching them? Is it like a 6 month, by 6 months they should know how to sew, or what is the duration?
The duration. I'm not going by duration.
Okay.
I'm going by the textbooks. The textbook.
Okay, you have a textbook.
Yes, I have a textbook. So wherever there is practical, I come in, then I teach them. Each and every of the topics, I think, have practical aspects. So after I'm done teaching them the theory, then I go with the practical. But I know they understand the practical more since they like.
I actually saw when you were actually taking them through the threading process. It was very, like, amazing to see you take them through that. But what is the, like, tell me about the financial aspects of this. Do you get any stipends for teaching them, or everything comes from, like, it's some kind of dedication or voluntary work that you're doing?
It's not a kind of voluntary work.
You're being paid for it?
Yes, I'm being paid for it. Each and every month I take salary.
So, like, how like, do you intend to work with them or teach them for the longest period, or it is something that you are using since when did you graduate from the school of fashion?
March 31st March.
Last year?
Yes.
Do you intend to do this on,
on a long run
term, or you are just passing through because probably for now you are, you're available?
No. Actually, I love it here, so I want to go on a long term with them. Maybe the teaching, the clothing and textiles is a kind of part-time, this one, but for now I'm thinking of next semester going on a full
Full-time?
Yes, so I'll be coming for the whole week. I've been coming twice in a week all the time, but for now I want to add more to it and go full-time so that there's a lot to catch up with the students. So I'll be coming from Monday to Friday all the time. But I'll be going on a long term. I don't see myself quitting it anytime soon.
Well, aside you teaching here, do you actually work on the side?
For now, no. But I do. I sew for myself. But I have not gone on this one market yet. So I do it for myself.
I know there are a lot of people who are out there and have, different ideas when it comes to people with a disability. That for a person who is physically abled will think that, how do I, navigate teaching these people? What do you have to tell them, because you have done
it? With this kind of people, they believe in seeing things. So we mostly provide everything for them to see. When you show them in the book, some of them has not seen it in real life before. So more of the showing how the item looks like. So when it comes to the practical side, we bring a lot of the tools and equipment for them to see and feel how it is.
I want you to actually speak to the people who probably are having a second thought about, engaging with these people. Tell them how it's like to work with these people. Maybe probably it's not exactly what actually they envisage. How is it like working with these people? What do you have to tell the people who want to actually offer their skills or transfer their skills to some persons with disability, but are, dragging their feet because they feel like these people are limited in certain area which they feel that they can't handle?
So first of all, I will say it's interesting teaching this kid, deaf and dumb school. But first of all, the person has to learn how to learn the sign language, and then.
But you began with zero knowledge with the sign language, so must they learn how to, use the sign language before they actually offer to help these people? Is it a criteria? Because you did it from scratch without even knowing anything about sign language. So I want you in that light to actually speak to the people who wants to help in that direction.
Yes, they can, but alongside teaching, they can learn it. The children themselves will be teaching you as time goes on.
Okay.
There was one teacher here who said when he came, he didn't know, and then there was a teacher who was supposed to teach him how to sign, but the teacher was sick at that particular week. So whenever he comes, he said he can't just be sitting down and be looking at the kids and them looking at him. So he used 2 weeks to
learn the sign.
Yes, but now he's perfect. But when he started, when he copies notes on the board, he makes the children teach him the sign, and then he explains it much on the board and make them also teach him from writing of the notes to him. So that's how I've also, like, I took knowledge from it. So that's how I also learned from.
That's the approach that you're also using.
I write on the board and they teach me. Then I also explain when there is a word that they might not understand, I break it down and write it on the board, and they are smart, so 1 or 2 of the students will show me the meaning of how or what it is.
I saw on the board.
Then I show it to them. So that's how I teach them, aside the practical aspect.
The final words.
I'll say they should, like, I don't think, oh God, I don't want to spoil this one. Okay, so they should learn much about how, like, I'm not saying this to be in a bad way, but one day maybe when you find someone with disability or you give birth to one or something like that, you should be able to learn the communication and then know how to communicate with them with the sign, so that they will not be looking like, you know how to talk, I don't know how to talk.
All right, so Edwina, thank you so much for speaking with us. We really, really admire you and the work that you do, and hopefully our viewers are motivated by what you do or the impact that you make on these young people or persons living with disability. Thank you so much. That's it for the Update in Focus today. I am Leila Sharu.
And that's it for this evening's update. Thank you for staying with us. But before we go, a happy Mother's Day from the Daily Guide Network team to all the incredible mothers out there. We celebrate you this Mother's Day. Your love, your strength, and sacrifices shapes our homes, communities, and nation. We say thank you for being the heart of every story. We honor you today and always. This update is brought to you by Diamond Cement and Telecel and powered by Press Express. I'm Abuna Sorino Yanchira. Have a great evening.